there. I am Sarah Kolis. Welcome to the Dressing Up podcast, where we talk about all things bridal, dresses, and general dressing up topics. I love to encourage women to dress up while expressing their personal style with confidence on how to do so. Visit sarahkolis.com to book a bridal alterations fitting or even inquire about designing the custom couture bridal gown of your dreams. I'm so excited to talk to you about this next topic. Let's get started.
Is this getting recorded?
Yes.
This reminds me of when we were younger.
Yeah,
Like this right now.
Yeah. Like as if we were doing the videos on Shelly's computer.
Yes.
Aww, so cute.
Guys, do I look
All right,
like
Katie, do your dance.
what do I think?
Katie's dance. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Ready, everyone? We're going in 5, 4, 3. Hi guys, we're back with the dressing up. Wait, I gotta start over. I like panicked.
I already hit it.
Okay.
It's recording.
Okay, I got nervous.
Maybe when Sarah was like, I should interview you all separately. You're just gonna laugh.
I told you.
No, we got it.
No, I told you you're just gonna giggle the whole time. I said that.
Okay, well,
Oh my God. Pull it together. lady.
Cheers.
Fantastic Five best friends. Like how they know who we are.
Yeah, they know what people don't know who the Fantastic Five is. We have to explain that.
So we'll say, hi, welcome back to the Dressing Up podcast. I'm Katherine with your host, Sarah Kolis. And we're also joined by the Fantastic Five, which is our best friend group from when we were growing up. We all lived in the same neighborhood. We've got Shelly Farini, Katie Latham, and Rachel Hauser. And we are so excited to be here with you guys today. We are on a girls trip up north in northern Michigan, and we thought what a better way than unpack about our recent weddings. We all got married, so we got a lot of stories to share, and we're excited to share them with you.
Yay. Thank you for that intro, Katherine.
You're welcome.
Very nicely done. Well, we just spent probably the first solid 6 minutes of recording this podcast of us just giggling.
Yeah.
So I think this will be a good, hopefully entertaining one. So today we're going to talk, all 4 of these ladies, I think you all got married within 1 year's time, all 4 of you, just like boom, 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 wedding after wedding. So we got lots of that good stuff for you guys. And then also, I mean, we're all newlyweds, so I'm sure we've got some really profound marriage advice for you as well. So we're going to get into that. And then also just like some personal fashion style choices and just like some fashion questions in general, just for fun. So I'm going to go ahead and start with our first question. Okay, I'm going to start with Rachel Hauser here. Question for you. This is more of a marriage type of question. How do you know, or how did you know when you found the one?
Well, I think that Andrew and I, who's my husband, we met and had honestly an instant connection. I met him in college. Obviously, you guys all know that, but we met at a party in college, and I just could not stop talking to him. I just knew like sparks were flying. And he honestly was just unlike any guy I've ever met. I couldn't stop talking to him. So I just kind of knew at that point, if that makes sense. I don't know if you guys have ever felt that way, but that's just how I felt when I met him. But
Very good. Thank you, Rachel. This one's for Katie Latham. If you could relive one particular moment of your wedding day, what would that be?
If I could relive one moment, ooh, that's a really hard one.
And there's so many to choose from.
There is. I think what made our wedding a little bit like different than other weddings was that we had like all of our friends were able to stay where our venue was. Or weddings that I'd been to is different. I hadn't had the opportunity for all of my friends, and obviously it was my wedding, so it was like having all of your people there. And so I think that having all of our friends there, like before our wedding, on the night before, and the like after our wedding, and even the next day celebrating, we had like these houses at the Dearborn Inn where we got married that we could kind of come together and hang out before the festivities and after. And it was fun being together and celebrating and carrying the celebration, even getting to like come back and talk to friends as I was, on your wedding day, you're talking to so many people, like getting that time to kind of connect even with my closest friends. That was really fun. And so like being with all of those people and celebrating together with them was really probably one of my favorites. So if I could relive or like pick my favorite part, it was like being with like your family and your friends.
That's the whole
The best point
Yeah.
part of it. Yep.
Celebrating. Yes. Okay, Shelly, if you could relive one moment of your wedding day, what would that be?
All right, well, there's a lot of moments, but I would say it was honestly after we had just said I do in the church, went on the party bus. We were with all our best friends, absorbing the city. We had to go through the city of Chicago in order to get through our venue. And at the time, we knew we were going to leave the city. So it actually felt very sentimental to us as kind of like a going away. It was almost unreal. It was like I just tied the knot with my best friend. I was with my best friends. And I was looking at the city that I loved. And it was just one special moment that I could relive over and over.
Yeah.
Yay, so fun. Okay, Katherine, this one's actually pretty fitting because we were just kind of talking about this last night. This is now the second day of our girls' trip, and there were so many moments where we're like, we should have recorded that exact conversation for the podcast.
Yeah.
But naturally, I was going to ask you this question next anyway. But what is your best advice for an engaged couple that is planning their wedding?
Oh,
Yeah. Where do we start?
that's a good one. I think when you get engaged, there's so much excitement, and you should be excited. You just met the love of your life and you're going to spend the rest of your life with them. So embrace that, enjoy that. But then there comes this time of everybody expects you to be really excited about the wedding, but they don't talk about the hardships of engagement. There is so much pressure to, book the venue, get everything organized, but yet still be so excited. And I think that you are, but it's just like you feel like there's something wrong with you if you're not always happy.
You're so right.
Yeah, you just feel like, oh my gosh, like they're gonna judge
like
me.
I'm a crazy
Yes,
person for thinking this.
Literally felt crazy.
But that's normal.
It is so normal. Every bride feels that way, or most people do. And I think it's just not something that's talked about because everybody wants to celebrate you. Nobody wants to talk about the hard part. But I think it's becoming more common, and women should support each other and help each other
Well,
during
it's not
that.
more common because of social media. And
Yeah.
I think that's such a big thing that wasn't in our parents'
Yeah.
generation or generations before. And I think you have to be very aware that people only put the best things on Instagram.
Right.
And I think that so you're always trying to put your best thing forward on Instagram. And sometimes it's okay to feel like, okay, I'm not the happiest I've ever been in this moment.
Like the engagement photo shoot and, your family coming to celebrate with you. And so it does seem so happy, and it is. You should 100% celebrate. But just know if you're ever feeling crazy or discouraged, not okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
You are okay. And guess what? At the end of the day, just remember you're marrying the love of your life. The details, it doesn't matter. There will be things that go wrong, but at the end of the day, you get to celebrate marrying that person. So
kind of on a similar note, who was I talking to? I don't know if it was today or yesterday. We were talking about like dress regret, which is something nobody talks about, but how you feel like after you choose your dress, there's like a ton of other dresses that you think you also could have fallen in love with that you happen to see on social media after you purchase your dress, and you start to second guess yourself on whether or not you made the right decision.
Well, I think I could plan my wedding again and plan a totally different wedding.
Yep.
And
Like-
still be just
And
as
still
happy.
be just as happy. You
Mhm.
could plan your wedding, and I could have had a wedding here and a wedding there, and could have had all these different places and different venues or different dresses, or even like I could change the style up, even depending on the time of year. But I think instead of making yourself feel that like regret or that I guess you could call it like buyer's remorse with your dress.
Yeah.
Think about that moment when you found it. You chose it for a reason. You felt so good in it and you were excited about it.
You have to
And-
remember your initial feelings.
Yeah, and you know
Mhm.
what? You could probably find another dress that would make you happy, but you picked that one for a reason, and you are going to look beautiful on your day no matter what you wear.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think we were talking about it yesterday too, Sarah. And I think the most important thing to remember is that like it's okay to think that other dresses are pretty.
Mhm.
I think that was the biggest thing is everyone picks one and they're like, oh my gosh, like this has to be it. I can't like love another dress. Oh my gosh, wedding dresses are beautiful nowadays. There's
Yeah.
so many, and it's okay to look at a dress and say, this isn't my dress, but it's beautiful.
Right.
Like, it's totally fine. There's so many women that like get in their head about that situation because they're like, oh my gosh, wait, is this the route I should have went? No, everyone could have picked maybe like 20 dresses.
Trust your gut.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, I'm not sure who to ask this question to, so I'm going to see who may raise their hand to answer this question. What is one thing that has surprised you about marriage in your first or second year here?
I don't know if it surprised me, but it was something that was a good realization or felt good about in our first year was just that we're there for each other. And people say, you're marrying someone who's going to be your partner, that you're a team, but really feeling that and like having that person there for you and being there for somebody else. Like you say it and it even in your vows, but then when you're in the moment and you really truly feel that way and there are things that in a marriage, right, that there's ups and downs, but knowing you have that person and really feeling like, wow, we had maybe not a great day today or a great week or a great month, but we've been there for each other. And like feeling that is reassuring. And also like, yeah, this is what marriage is. And it feels good to have. So it's not a surprise, but like feels good to realize and confirm that is something you have in a marriage.
I have another surprise.
Catherine has a surprise. Okay.
My
Is this one PG?
It's appropriate. It's appropriate. So I have a surprise more on the other end. Like Katie's saying, like the positives. There are definitely a lot of surprises of good things. I think on like not a negative end, but more so realistic is that you realize compromising is hard.
Yeah.
You don't realize before physically being married, you had a lot of choices on your own. That now being one, you truly have to make a lot more decisions together. And you just don't realize how hard it is to have to give a little when you're like, why? But then you remember like, hey, we're a team, like we're partners. We have to do this together. So I think the biggest shock to me was like, I didn't realize how many compromises and how much team decision making there would be. But I think it's good. It's helping me grow and it's helping him grow. So,
I think it's kind of humorous that we are all newlyweds and giving marriage advice, but I think that you both bring up a really good point that like, the beginning of marriage is a very important part. And I think that no one really prepares you for the beginning of marriage because you're like, oh, you're so new. You're, in the honeymoon phase for however long, but there are so many changes that happen right after you get married just in life in general. So hopefully we have some soon to be newly married couples that are listening to this and maybe could take some of this advice. So this is great.
She's always right.
That's right. Happy wife.
Yes.
Okay, Rachel, what is something that truly went wrong on your wedding day? And do you still care about that thing?
I'm going to be honest. Nothing went wrong in my eyes.
Okay. It was perfect.
Hold on. Let me explain.
Okay. Rachel's pretty easygoing. This doesn't surprise me.
Honestly, I'm not saying this like to make it seem like I had a perfect wedding.
I know you've said this before.
And I'm sure there were some things that went wrong, but I literally was so happy I didn't even notice anything that went wrong
too. You had a very good mental
the day
state
was
from
great.
the
The weather was great. I felt pretty, which that was one of my biggest things that I was so worried about. I just wanted to feel pretty. I wanted my makeup to feel good. And when like you get makeup done by other people, you're just like very worried that it's not going to come out good because it's not you in control. And I'm not used to that. I'm used to doing my own hair, my own makeup. And I was just so nervous that those two things would go wrong, but they just didn't. And I didn't even think about them going wrong. So I don't know. I know.
So Rachel's wedding day was perfect.
I did in my eyes it was.
Shelly,
I'm sure it was not, but in my eyes, I did not notice anything.
All right. Terrible example, Shelly.
My cake fell over in the truck.
Oh my gosh.
It did. See, no one noticed. Well, it's because first of all, it was a cutting cake. So super small. And what they did was they just we like had real flowers on the tables. They literally just put flowers on top of the cake because it was smushed.
Oh, perfect.
And they tried to like reposition it. And
that's a good vendor right there.
Yeah. And no one told us until after. Like, honestly, in the moment, we didn't know because, again, you're so happy. You're so in the moment. Like, you're like, this is beautiful cutting cake done. And then they it was as we were walking away, our day of coordinator was like, So that fell over in the van. So we hope it's okay and we can like refund you and whatever. But again, it's a thing of like, okay, no one noticed.
Things happen.
They
and
decorated
solved
it. It
the
made it
problem.
beautiful. And like, honestly, yeah, it wasn't the center of the day. It was us coming together to do the action of cutting that
Yeah.
mattered, not
Yeah.
the cake.
Right.
Oh,
I love that,
brings up a
Shelly.
good point, because one good advice that I got from my DJ actually before my wedding even started, we had a 2-hour long conference. This guy was like super cool, and he made me feel so calm before my day of. He said, if anything goes wrong, don't bring attention to it, because if you make a fuss over something, everyone's going to remember. And
True.
if you don't, then no one's going to know.
It's gonna
literally
be such a
no
small
one will
thing,
know.
and then you'll eventually forget about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I had my hair stylist get sick and
Oh, that's right.
canceled
I
the
forgot about
night
that.
before my wedding. So luckily, shout out to Chrissy at Print Me Up
Thanks.
of Plymouth. She was awesome. And Sarah actually posted on her Instagram and asked for people
This is like the day before. the
who
wedding.
were available to come and do my hair. And actually all of my bridesmaids are really great, like calling, and my aunts and like family friends were calling
Mhm.
their hair salons. And I could have gone to a place, but Chrissy came to the Dearborn Inn, and Sarah had posted, and she was not working that day, but just felt bad that happened to me, that my hairstylist had gotten sick and had COVID. So that was not something I planned. And I was definitely crying and upset the
Mhm.
day before. But then, you kind of play this like, okay, what's the worst thing? Okay, I'll have my hair done. I could go to a place. I could have my friend Rachel do it. I could, we had someone different coming for makeup. So like, I'm going to have that. We could have all the bridesmaids help each other. And like, I kind of started to relax, because you kind of have to go with a little bit of, roll with the punches. I think that I felt really good when I was able to solve the problem, and then my hair looked great and it was
It
beautiful.
did. It looked beautiful.
And so now looking back, I just think like I do remember that, but I remember like, wow, I feel so grateful that just worked out. But obviously I would have not wanted to feel that way, but I don't think it was really, we were able to really figure it out. And it just was really nice to see like my friends and family really came together, and they were very reassuring, like, it's going to be okay. Like, here's all the different things we can do. And that almost calmed me down too. Like having a good team and support system to help you, like if something doesn't go right with your day or something happens, that kind of comforts you, because then I was able to come up with a plan, and luckily it worked out, but that made it a little bit easier to navigate.
Yeah, absolutely. Does anyone have any other comments on the wedding and or marriage process before we move on to the fashion topics?
I kind of just wanted to say something after Katie's is like, and you don't have to use this.
This
if
is
you don't
Katherine
want.
here.
Yeah. Hi. What I will say is my sister got married also last summer. It was a lot of weddings, but my sister had the same thing as Katie happen, where her hairstylist got sick right beforehand. And it was really cool to see all the bridesmaids form a group and be like, what are we going to do to help? And we all decided, because one hairstylist could come, but we were originally supposed to have like 3. And so we all said, you know what, we'll all pre-curl our hair on our own,
Oh, that's great.
and we will get this process started. We just reassured my sister, like, hey, we're going to get this done. Everybody's going to look beautiful. Do not worry. And just hearing Katie's story of like her family and friends, at the end of the day, everybody wants you to have a great day. If you're a bride, trust me, everybody wants you to have the best day. Lean on people, trust people, have the best day.
And likewise, if you are not a bride listening to this and you're a bridesmaid in a future wedding, you can always step in and help in the smallest ways can be a very big deal on someone's wedding day.
Sure.
And I think another thing I was thinking of too, that like, I guess stressed me out for a second, was like scheduling of those things like hair and makeup and getting up, because there's just that short period of time before you're getting pictures. And I remember feeling like a little overwhelmed by that. And then I've had some friends, like Katherine said, we had a lot of weddings last year that had the same thing, where it's like, oh, you had this picture planned and you had this and you were going here. And sometimes just knowing, like, being a little flexible, obviously you want to get the pictures and things that you want and that are important to you, but knowing like, maybe you do need to curl the girl's hair to get extra time, and just everyone being flexible, whether that's your bridesmaids, your mom, mother-in-law, whoever that, the schedule may change and that's okay. And ultimately you're going to look beautiful and the day is going to be great. But sometimes things change up a little bit and just, again, rolling with the punches.
Anyone else on marriage or wedding topics?
My dress didn't fit 2 days before the wedding because
Oh gosh.
and here a tip for future brides: tell them when you go in for alterations. This doesn't apply to Sarah, but like other
Yeah,
places.
just FYI, I did not do the alteration.
No.
It was in Chicago. This was not
Chicago.
me. Okay, go ahead.
Give them 2 weeks ahead because they waited to the last second and it didn't fit. And my best mother-in-law literally stepped in because my mom was busy that day, and like she was there and she came in and was like, literally looked at this girl straight in the eye and was like, we are not leaving here until this dress fits. And she was like, I don't care if we're here all night. She's like, you will make this right. And I just started breaking down. I was like, she's the best. Like, thank you. And you know what? It ended up working out great and the dress fit. I was texting Sarah too because I was like, my dress isn't gonna fit. What do I do? Like, how do you fix this? And it works out. And you just, again, it goes back to all of your points. You just have to have your truth behind you.
Yeah. Again, the mindset, things happen. Things are going to happen.
Dresses on my dance floor, which I didn't leave the entire night of my wedding.
I tell so many brides this story.
Literally did not leave, but I had one of those dainty spaghetti strap dresses.
I bet half the girls listening to this have that. They're these very skinny, dainty spaghetti straps. Yep.
Did not leave the dance floor, and I could feel it starting to come apart. And luckily, I had Sarah as one of my lovely.
How convenient.
bridesmaids. But my hands were like literally in the air. I don't know what we were dancing to. And it literally just popped off. My whole strap popped off my dress. And Sarah literally turned around without me even looking at it. And she goes, I fixed it for you.
Whenever I wear fancy dresses, I actually safety pins underneath in the lining of my dress, because I have so many people when I go to weddings that walk up to me and they're like, I heard you have safety pins. And I'm like, I sure do. I have a whole sewing kit, everything. But yes, that is something I've actually, oh my gosh, told so many brides your story. And it's so funny because I wasn't dancing with you much on your wedding day. I just so happened to be dancing with you at that exact moment. And her and I were facing each other dancing. And then boom, it popped. And then she looks down at it and she looks at me. And then I go and safety pin it right away. And she goes, thanks. And then we keep dancing.
Literally within 2 seconds. It was not even a minute. It was
Sarah's
like
Sarah's like the James Bond, like where like they usually store their like gun. Sarah's got like a sewing kit and some safety pins.
I actually do. Yeah.
Well, that makes me think of it started at Catherine's wedding when we had the emergency kit bag and Shelly brought it. Like you don't think of those things. Like I guess another piece of advice, obviously, if you don't get Sarah Kolis at your wedding with her safety pins in her dress, but having those things like you wouldn't, and your stylist.
No, I'm kidding.
But like safety pins you don't think of. Like what else did we put in that bag that was helpful?
A hair dryer is what Shelly always said.
Hair dryer.
Hair dryer, because didn't you say it
spill on your dress?
Spilled
I'm
something
like
on your
best
shirt?
emergency kit builder.
Yeah.
Like a Tide to Go, bobby pins.
Yeah.
Mints. Everybody
They
wants
want
mints.
Here's the thing though.
Red
I'll
Bull.
tell you from being at so many weddings, there is that bag, but somehow that bag is never in the room that you need it in.
But here's
So you need to follow the bride with that bag. Also, I want to
Maybe assign a bridesmaid with it.
yes,
that's what I did.
but
Shelly.
sometimes the bridesmaids go up to the bar and take the bag with them, and the bride's off taking photos and needs something. But also, I wanted to say something about Rachel's strap breaking. If you do come to see me for your wedding dress alterations, I do have a solution to prevent that. So just know that. Ask me about it. I'll probably naturally tell you about it anyway. So, what were we gonna say?
Oh, the only other thing I will say is that emergency bag. Shelly got a backpack, so it was very easy to bring around.
And it was
so,
clear.
Yeah, it was a clear backpack, so every bridesmaid
It's
knew
all
what was in there. So they were like, if they ever saw like Shelly walking by with a clear backpack, they'd be like, "Is that a brush?" And Shelly's like, "Yes, it is a brush." "Is that a banana?" "Yes."
Wait, what
If
did
you are
your
feeling
mom need?
lightheaded, I've got a banana.
Your mom needed something.
Snacks are good.
It was eye drops or something.
Eye drops, probably.
Like everything.
Mints.
Yeah.
I mean, just everything. But what I will say, Sarah said, it's hard to bring that bag around. Shelly wore that backpack like a trooper. I assigned her as my bridesmaid. Like, you are the backpack girl.
It goes with your outfit.
Yeah.
It's clear. Yeah. Still lives in my closet.
I have it actually.
Oh, you do?
So since we're on the topic of dresses and straps breaking, all that stuff, do not drink red wine on your wedding day, because one of my friends spilled an entire glass of red wine all over her wedding dress on the day of. They got it out. I don't know how they got it out,
Oh gosh.
but they got it out.
Jumped in the
But
pool
just
with
saying,
you.
just to be
Well,
safe,
and that actually happened.
drink
like,
spill when you're dancing.
when somebody else was dancing and they are like a guest near them was
Yep.
swearing, like, and spilled it on them. So it's
Yep.
hard.
It is
Mhm.
hard.
I guess
Yeah.
if you're dancing, stay clear of the
rest.
Keep that bubble
Catherine,
away
do you
from the
remember at
bride.
your wedding? I was at Catherine's wedding and I spilled red wine. Luckily, my dress was red
Burgundy
wine.
red.
Burgundy red.
I am quite a wine lover, so I chose burgundy red for that reason.
So then you didn't tell the stain on my dress. So it was good.
Cheers.
And I stayed away.
Nothing left.
I stayed away from Catherine, knowing I had that.
I'm pregnant. I can't have that.
Okay, fabulous. Okay, so that was the first third of the podcast.
So fast.
I know. It's okay, going really well. This next question I'm going to ask. So we're moving on to the personal fashion segment. And this next question I'm going to ask, I just kind of want to run through you guys really quickly. What
Yes.
is a favorite item in your closet right now? Because we are on the Dressing Up podcast and I ask all my guests this question. So, who's ready? We'll just run through who's ready. We're sharing some wine over here. Very good. Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay, Katie, go.
I actually
Quick
think the
answer.
most favorite thing in my closet is this shirt. This waffle shirt that I'm wearing.
Just so
Because
happens to be
I
what
just
she has
love
on.
I have it. I have that shirt.
It's from Aerie and it is so comfortable and I just love it. And I also like my like light wash jeans with it. Like it's just,
Looks
you
good.
know, so I don't know.
Dress it up, dress it down, wear it to bed.
I just,
Whatever.
it's cozy. I'm a cozy gal. And I just
Cozy gal.
yeah, I just love this one.
Okay, I'm gonna go next.
This is Rachel.
So I know Sarah is a big component of this, but
okay.
I know you love getting vintage, thrifting stuff. I actually rent my clothes, which you guys all know that. I got Katherine on the Newly rental box site. And I know we don't promote stuff on here, but Newly is literally the best clothing rental site.
We don't get paid for this, so it's actually really
Right. Okay. So anyways, I don't need to go into the explaining of it, but so my favorite item that I have rented for my box this month is, so I'm pregnant, and my favorite item that I have for this month is my maternity overalls. They're so
Oh,
cute
so
and
cute.
so fun and so trendy, and I just feel so cute in them. So yeah, that's my favorite right now.
fabulous. Who else? Shelly.
I like my Old Navy jeans that I wore today. I love them. And honestly, like if you're trying to find like nice fitting jeans, I think it's so hard. And yeah, a lot of us like growing up, like we were like, okay, Old Navy. But like it's actually legit. Like their jeans are amazing. So plug for Old Navy, tag them too and see if they'll sponsor.
I don't think anyone's sponsoring this particular episode.
Yeah, you know that this shirt is from Aerie if you want to tag them too.
If you want Katie's fashion, go to area. Okay.
Okay, I like have been sitting here nervous because I am not very fashionable, but
Oh, that's a lie.
I really don't.
This is Catherine.
Fashionable.
I would say that I actually spend most of my day in sweatpants because I work from home. And so I would actually say my favorite thing is like a matching sweatsuit. Like,
Yeah.
but like you could pair it with
Those are
some
in right
cute
now.
shoes.
Mhm.
You could wear some cute hoops, a little claw clip. When I'm going to Costco, man, I try to look like a trendy, like hot mom.
Yeah.
I'm not a mom, but like a hot,
You're a
trendy
dog mom.
mom. I am a dog mom. Yes.
Adorable.
So what I will say is, even though there are really cute, trendy pieces out there, sometimes like cozies can be cute. So
That's why I like this
mine tend to be from Target or Aerie. Personally, I will. Yeah, athleisure is very in and very cute.
Agreed.
This is not an ad, but we do like those places.
Okay. Was that everybody? Did I get everybody?
What
Okay.
about you?
What about me? Favorite item in my closet right now? Well, I love switching over to winter clothes because I'm always freezing cold, and winter clothes it's appropriate to wear turtlenecks. So I love that. I have this one coat right now that I really, really love, but I haven't actually worn it out of the house yet. So that's kind of like an item I'm really looking forward to wearing soon. I almost brought it up here, but it's like a really nice coat and I didn't want to like shove it in the car and like not have it hanging nice. So I'm excited to wear that. But it's a thrifted coat that is like a red and navy tweed with the hood, and it's short and boxy, which is not something I normally wear, but I just loved it when I tried it on. I actually picked it out with my dad when I was in Seattle going to the sewing expo. We stumbled upon this random vintage store, and my dad just like had such a laugh at the store hearing the ladies talk and banter to each other, and it was just hilarious. And we walk out of that store and he was just dying laughing about everything that was going on in there, but it was so much fun. So classic vintage store type of thing.
That's sweet.
Anyway,
Mr. Kolis.
oh, isn't he great? Okay. I'm going to ask this next question to Shelly. Shelly, how would you describe your personal style?
I would say city chic before moving to LA. I lived in Chicago, so I always love like absorbing everyone in all the cities and what they're doing. So I would say I always like lean on the side of chic. And Rachel and I were just talking about this today when she was like, "Do I wear this or this?" And I was like, "Chic, chic or shack," and I was like, "Chic."
What is the shack?
It was a shacket. It was a shacket. It was a shacket.
It was like literal.
Literally, Rachel went up to me and she was like, "Chic or shack?"
It was like a blazer.
But like honestly, if I could describe my
jacket.
style, it was kind of like what I wore today. I like wearing like jeans with like a more casual shirt, but then dressing it up with accessories like a pea coat, a little cute purse, a belt, like cute booties. So city chic.
Yeah, Shelly's style is very defined. I feel like when I see you, it's very on brand Shelly. It's very city girl, which I love because you just own that so well.
We are curious to see if it changes now that she moved to LA, because I think her wardrobe is very black, nude, and white. And LA
colors.
is gonna turn her colors, I think.
I
Yeah.
hate colors
Yeah.
though. I do.
Yeah.
She's gonna turn into
It's very
Coachella.
neutrally.
Yeah.
Coachella,
Shella.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Okay, this next one is for Katherine. Other than your wedding day, what is one particular outfit you wore in your lifetime that made you feel extra beautiful at that time? Describe the outfit and where were you going?
Okay, this is not meant to be a plug for Sarah, but my rehearsal dinner dress. My rehearsal dinner dress it's on Sarah's social media. Look
my
for it.
favorite dress
It's a
in the whole
giant bow that hangs all the way down to the floor. I want it to touch the floor. And I had never felt more beautiful. I kept going around telling people I'm so pretty. Like, and I never say that. Like,
Women should say that more. I really
Yes.
wish we did.
it made me feel so good saying
hair
it
looked so
too.
well.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was
Right?
like my
It's
favorite
so
dress
empowering.
ever.
I get
I want
compliment-
that dress.
I want everyone to know I get asked where I got this dress all the time. All the time. And
love
it
it.
all started with me saying, Sarah,
That's so
I want
cool.
this $4,000 dress that I can't afford. Help me. And Sarah was
Yeah.
like, let's do it. And we deconstructed actually a very cheap wedding dress
That
and
you bought online.
bought online.
Mhm.
On the cheapest one, and it was a long floor length like train gown, and Sarah cropped it, fitted it, put like giant bow on the back. I mean,
Mhm.
it was perfect. It was
Yeah.
my dream.
Ugh.
I mean, I actually I loved my
I guess
rehearsal
I didn't
I love
realize
it.
that you guys literally deconstructed.
Yes.
Yes, so this is
I
kind of
love to
some
see-
advice I always give to my brides that want like I don't really do custom rehearsal dinners or bridal shower dresses. I really do just custom wedding dresses. So when people approach me wanting a one of those custom pieces, I always like lead them to actually Katherine's rehearsal dinner dress because it was a perfect example of how she bought an inexpensive wedding dress online and we just completely redesigned it and it was able to be a much more affordable option. So I mean that I've done that for a couple brides now where they bring me just a simple little dress and then I add some fabrics, I add some bows maybe, change the length, change the shape, change the sleeve, and it is really, really fun because it's like the experience of getting a custom dress without going full custom. But yes, I have actually, Katherine, had so many people after your wedding come to me saying, I want a bow on the back of my dress. And I actually want it like Katherine Ferris's.
Yeah.
So that really inspired some future brides, which is really cool because it's kind of become iconic.
Yes.
I
No, one of my best friends from college is getting married next year, and she actually sent me a picture with a giant bow on the dress and was like, I was thinking of this for my rehearsal. I'm like,
Oh,
you saw my pictures.
You copier. Okay, Rachel, what is one fashion item that you will and can never let go of?
Oh.
So for example, it'd be like skinny jeans or Uggs or something. Or is there a particular like jewelry style? Or...
Can you think of something? Is that why you're saying that?
Oh, I said yeah.
Oh, I thought you
I love
were
Uggs.
thinking of something for me.
They're so ugly and I love them.
Oh, they're comfy.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a fashion item. You always clip
Or,
your
or
hair.
you're just
Like,
you
you know
just you
what?
change.
You know what? I love a blazer. I
Oh, yeah.
love a blazer. Leather blazer,
style.
plaid blazer. I wore one today.
She literally wore a really
Literally.
awesome blazer today. Katherine's very self-aware.
Never seen her blazer.
Literally today.
right now.
And she has this adorable maternity outfit on with this adorable blazer. How could you miss it? Okay.
Oh God.
Yeah, blazer, love a blazer, love a leather jacket. I don't know.
No, that's a great answer.
Because like when you're, I don't know, whenever we were like getting ready to go out, you would always put on a leather jacket to go out.
Yeah.
I just don't think that'll ever go out.
I think when
Leather
you look,
jackets are just one of
I
those
also
things.
think when you look at like when not like a catalog, but what do you like online when you look at things?
Yeah.
But
Okay.
you know, like when they like launch the new fall or the new winter, like blazers are always in different,
Always
but in different styles. Like you look at a J. Crew blazer versus like
Blazers are classic.
an H&M blazer. Like they can be worn different ways. Sometimes they wear them bigger. Sometimes they wear them more tailored. Sometimes they wear them with like a collar, like a button up. Like sometimes they're wearing them with a sweater. Like
Yeah.
Sometimes they're just right.
but you know what I mean? They're all different styled. And I think as styles change, like blazers, like they have a whole sets people wear.
Okay. Does
know what I mean?
anyone, I'm going to take a raised hand for this question because I'm not sure if anyone has an answer to this question, but does anyone have a particular clothing item that was passed down from your parents or grandparents that you have that you wear?
I have multiple, I mean, it's not like really fashion, but multiple like crew necks, like vintage crew necks.
Oh, that's cool.
Multiple.
Yeah.
Either my
With, like, a
dad's or my
graphic?
grandpa's, like old, you know, those old Michigan or like football, like
That's a great
university.
Mhm.
I just think those are cool and they're classic because you can't find those, you know, and they're very expensive if you do try to buy them.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on to those. That's a good answer. Very good answer, Rachel.
Think of it.
I applaud you.
My mom did a poncho.
Okay, I kind of have a very serious question, and I'm gonna ask the crowd. Okay, well, these two gotta settle down.
You guys, Sarah's a serious question. Let's all make a serious face at the
That's
camera.
never
Ready?
gonna happen.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, it doesn't have to be serious. It doesn't have to be serious. Okay, it is. Do you ever experience body image issues, and how do you solve those problems?
I experience them daily since I can remember. I mean,
We
this
are
is like,
women. It's part of being a woman.
I've always experienced body dysmorphia and just not feeling like it's so funny too, because like if I look back in like high school, I look so skinny and tiny. Everybody looks so tiny. And you're at the time, you're like, you feel like you don't look that way. But then you look back and you're like, oh my God, what was I thinking? I was so small. I'm sure everybody can relate to that. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deal with it. I'm still dealing with it every day. I mean,
Well, me personally, Kevin, this kind of actually came from you, from something actually your mom said once that you repeated to us. But I always think like if I'm looking back at my high school self and I'm like, oh my God, look how amazing she was. Like, imagine what my 50-year-old self is going to be looking back at me right now.
yeah.
And she's going to miss what I look like right now. So I'm going to enjoy it while I have it, you know?
Well, and if you
Yeah.
spend time like always wishing you looked like you did before, or even like wishing you're missing out on the beauty you have right now, and you're not really like loving you for you.
Mhm.
And I think too, like sometimes it's being okay that you wear different styles and being comfortable with what you're wearing and feeling beautiful in what you're wearing, and knowing, yes, that this is your favorite shirt and it looks great on you, and just feeling that. And you know, everyone has different body types. I think social media is hard
Oh, it's so
because
hard.
you're looking like, oh, that girl can wear that shirt, but I could never wear that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's dressing to fit your own body.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's
what I mean.
unique to every person.
Yeah, don't force styles that
Yeah.
don't work for you. Like, it's okay. Try
Different
something
style
else that works
jeans
better.
Look good on all different style legs. Like
Mhm.
everyone has different legs.
Mhm.
Different style shirts look on different on people that have all different chest sizes. Like you just have to dress for like what makes you feel the most confident.
And how, Shelly, how do you solve problems when you're not, I mean, you look amazing, we all do, but how, if you're ever feeling that way, what do you do to kind of get yourself out of that rut?
I try to dress to compliment my body. So if I'm feeling ashamed about something, say my legs or something, I try to say, hey, this pair of jeans is very flattering, super cute, and make it as cute as possible. Like, I don't know. And I just remind myself that like, it's okay. Like, I don't know.
Right.
Mhm.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I battle with this so hard. Like this one is like a daily wake up in the morning kind of, I'm fighting my negative thoughts. And so if anyone listening to this is like, you know, screw these girls. I get it. I like just like more so like they don't understand.
Right.
And I think we all kind of feel that way. Like sometimes I'm like talking to even my best friends here and I'm like, they don't understand, you know, because it's a very personal battle. Everybody has different feelings about their own body, about what they wish they were, what they want to be, how they should treat it. But at the end of the day, I think that it's an everyday battle and that you get to decide what you're going to think. And like Shelly said, find things that make you happy. Don't wear things that make you uncomfortable, because trust me, you're going to feel uncomfortable the entire night out. You're not going to feel good. And I think also just like taking the time to be nice to yourself and dress up. I think sometimes when I get in a rut of like, I don't like the way I look, I wear the frumpiest, hiding my body clothes. And actually that kind of like gives you less confidence. You think you're feeling better because you're like hiding it, when in reality, sometimes dressing up, like we all dressed up today, I felt great. Like I was self-conscious a little bit this morning looking at like the slit in my skirt, but then, you know what? Honestly, I felt great. I felt great because I was with my best friends and we were dressed up and we just had a great day. And guess what? We just all looked fabulous. So
I want to speak off of something you're saying there, Catherine, that sometimes, and I have a hard time putting this into words, but I feel like everybody puts so much emphasis on wanting to be physically comfortable. And I think maybe it's a Midwest thing, maybe it's a Michigan thing, maybe it's an America thing, but I feel like everyone wants to be so physically comfortable, but there's something about being slightly physically uncomfortable, but feeling like you look like $1,000,000 in this killer outfit.
yeah.
I think there's something to that. And I think it gives a lot of confidence.
I agree with you. Like you're not comfortable in the sense you're in your sweats that we all switched into immediately when we got home. It's more so like you are a little uncomfortable, like in a denim or something, but the payout of feeling dressed up and feeling like you put in the effort is so worth it.
Yes.
100%.
I have something to speak on that too. Just touching up on what you just said about like dressing up and feeling confident. Ever since I got this Newly box, and it's, you know, it's not cheap. Yeah, and it's not sponsored. It's not cheap because, you know, you got to pay for it every month. But like I tell my husband, I don't get my nails done. I don't get my hair done that often. This is something that makes me feel confident. It makes me happy. I get to try new styles that I never would try ever before. I get to try on all these luxury clothing items and test my boundaries with my fashion, which I had never done. I would always buy the same things, but in just different variations. But like same colors, same kind of jacket, same sweatpants or leggings. And this has really tested my boundaries and made me feel so confident. And I go to work every day and somebody compliments, and that makes me feel good. So that really has helped me with my body image issues because I get to dress up and be fun.
I really like that you were able to define what it is that makes you feel good and beautiful. And it might not be something that society agrees with or society or your friends like you to do. Like, I don't know, for example, like getting your eyebrows done every 2 weeks. Like maybe, you know, your friends think it's stupid that you spend money on that. But if that's what makes you feel good, I think that that's super, super important. There were a couple of points I wanted to touch on, and that I feel like this is something I think about a lot because I see my brides all the time, and I know every woman feels like they have to voice out loud what their insecurity is when I'm with you during a fitting. Like, oh my God, Sarah, my arms are huge. Make sure like we work on this or whatever. But I have found that everybody has those issues, and I see it all day long. Every single bride that comes, almost, not all of them, but a lot of them that come through, even the most gorgeous women that it's like, okay, you could have been, you know, a model just so easily. You're drop dead gorgeous. Even they have body image issues. And it's just like, it feels a little hopeless sometimes. But again, it's like, if you have just the right outfit on, or you're taking care of yourself in just the right way, but also me hearing those things over and over and over again all day long. Even I still have body image issues. Like even I still go look in the mirror after and I like change my outfit. I'm like, oh my God, I look terrible. Like my legs, like, oh, I know this looks terrible. But I have to like train my brain and be like, no, like you hear this all day long, Sarah, what are you doing to yourself? But it will never go away. It won't ever go away
It's an
100%
everyday
for me.
battle.
And it's an everyday battle. And I feel like truly all women deal with this. And it's just about how you treat yourself.
Yeah.
Also, another thing I feel like we do as women is if someone gives you a compliment based off the way you look, your outfit or this or that, we always feel like we need to lessen that compliment. Like, oh, like your dress looks adorable. You look phenomenal. Oh, thanks. It was only $5. Like something,
That's
but
true.
I think we need to just fully accept compliments and say, or if sometimes someone will say like, oh my God, Sarah, I love your hair today. And I'm like, oh my God, really? Like the back looks terrible. Like, don't look at it. But I'm so afraid to just fully accept the compliment. And I feel like that helps ourselves be kind to ourselves as women.
I think we also forget too that a lot of women feel this way. And when we see
We
someone
never
that
talk
looks
about it.
so good and you don't feel good about yourself, you forget that person also probably goes through the same thing and battles that you also go through. I think that we forget that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Say thank you and maybe give them a compliment back.
Yeah, that's it. You don't have to lessen it.
Yeah. I love that. I wanted to touch on that because I knew you girls would have good answers for that. Just because it is something I feel like we don't talk about. So what better than the Dressing Up podcast?
Oh, I remember what I was gonna say.
Oh,
Am I
let's
allowed
hear
to
it.
add it or no?
Yes. of
Okay.
course.
Okay, so Sarah was saying, we don't like to accept compliments as women, and that like we struggle and we give reasons of why not to accept almost, like, oh, I didn't even do my hair today. Don't even say that. But I will not ever forget my prettiest day. One of my prettiest days was my rehearsal dinner. And I kept saying when people said, you look so good, I said, don't I? And I have never said that in my life, probably. Well, maybe as a joke, but I literally was like, I know, right? Like I look so beautiful. And to say that and believe it,
So good.
it just makes you like
Believe it more.
literally drink that compliment and
Yep,
fully
fully
accept
take
it. And I think that what if we could do that all the time? Like that would be so cool. Someone's like, hey, love your shirt. Right? It's so cute. Instead of like, oh no,
Yeah.
That actually reminds me of a bride I had recently, and she was so adorable. But she was at her second fitting and she tries her dress on and looks in the mirror, got her jewelry on, talking about her hair. And then there was this moment, and this is why I love what I do. This is what like gives me life with my career is she was looking at herself in the mirror and then she just goes, all of a sudden she like drops her hands down and like strikes this pose and she goes, oh my God, I am so beautiful right now. And it just moments like that just make me tear up. Like it's just and and it's just like that's what I want for everyone, especially in their wedding dress. Like, and I feel like her saying that out loud is so confident. It's not cocky. I don't get a cocky feeling from that. I just get a very loving feeling from that. And I just think it's so empowering, and just having that level of confidence is you can create that level of confidence simply by just saying it out loud.
Well, and that was a choice for her.
It was a choice. I didn't ask her. Yeah.
On your wedding day, you have the choice to truly believe that you are beautiful and really understand that you are. And you could critique, oh, my hair is getting stringy, or you could just be like, I am beautiful. And like
just the way
be
I
that
am
girl.
right now.
On your wedding day and
Every day.
Every day. Fabulous. Okay, this is gonna be a long episode. We're 2/3 of the way through. So if you're still with us, we're going to be talking about general fashion. So not necessarily our own personal fashion styles, but just fashion in general, just for fun. Okay, so raise your hand if you know what your biggest fashion pet peeve is. Okay, I'll share mine.
Okay, share yours.
Okay. All right. Mine would be when people wear very thin dresses that don't have a lining and don't wear Spanx.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean, ladies? The jiggle in the back and the things
like the
getting
jiggle.
stuck, and you can have a little jiggle with your Spanx on or a slip or whatever. I'm just like, oh, that bothers me so much. But
I'm all about the body positive. This might be weird, but like I am all about like express yourself, body positivity. It might not be something I wear and I might not think it looks the best on you, but I'm like, if you feel good in it and you like are a genuinely good person, power to you.
Yeah, I don't know if I would say I have any pet peeves, but sometimes I might think like, oh, I could never wear that. And it doesn't mean that I didn't like it. It's just like, that was just not my style, or I wouldn't feel like I would feel comfortable in that, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I don't like it or that person doesn't look good, or it's just something that's different and out of my comfort zone a lot of the time. So it's not a pet peeve. It's just like, oh, I wouldn't wear that, but they look good or that's their style.
Mhm.
Because I have a different style than others.
I really don't like Crocs.
I think Crocs
just-
are great.
really in
I
right
think
now.
they're great.
I know, and I don't like
they're
them.
great for gardening. You don't wear like if you're gardening.
I'm talking about wearing them out, like
probably
to the
would-
Rachel
store.
doesn't go to other people's gardens and sees them there.
Or like
She
in
sees
the,
them
in
out
the
and about.
lake, I think
See
they're
them
great.
out and about, and it's like very trendy for like the high school boys to wear
Oh, really?
the Crocs.
Wait, high school boys are
Yeah,
and
with, like-
college.
yeah.
It's like
You know
an
what?
athlete thing.
You know,
They
like,
all wear the Crocs.
high school boys are wearing to prom like floods. Is floods the right term where it's
Yeah.
short?
Mhm.
Yeah, they're wearing shorter pants like 70s,
Interesting.
and they part their
Oh,
hair
Oh.
down the middle.
70s
It's
trend.
cute, not in a weird way.
I personally wouldn't wear Crocs out again, but all power to the people that are wearing it.
I like the cushiony Birkenstocks with socks to coffee.
Those are very
Oh,
in.
I wear those. I know what you're talking about.
cushiony ones.
Yeah.
But with socks, with high socks, and this outfit.
I would wear them in the garden.
Okay, so we have mixed feelings on Crocs.
I garden.
Okay, finish this sentence. You are never fully dressed without.
A smile.
Earrings.
Okay, well, yeah, let's get creative.
I already said my earrings.
Earrings. Shelly's is earrings. Okay, this can be about yourselves
Okay.
too, if you want.
You are never fully dressed without jewelry and lipstick.
My spritz of perfume.
Cats yelling.
You are never fully dressed without a smile.
No, I was kind of kidding.
Mine would be eyebrows. I can't even go to the grocery store
I
without
knew that
putting a
about
little
you.
eyebrow
I know
on.
you love your eyebrows.
I feel totally naked if I don't have my eyebrows
I don't
filled
feel
in.
like I'm
Yes.
fully dressed
I
without
can't.
a little bit of foundation and like a little brightness on my cheeks.
I can go totally naked makeup.
I like to just
I
do
like
a
going
little
naked
bit to
makeup.
give myself color.
Naturally dark eyebrows, so it works for you.
I do have dark eyebrows.
Well, I'm gonna say
And I have
dark
my-
eyebrows.
And
I
you have
can,
a tanner complexion.
a lip liner because I have small lips. So
Yeah, I don't really have anything. I go out and about all the time.
boots and boots.
Very Irish.
We're switching accents here. My mom's would be Sheen. She calls it, I gotta put my Sheen on. It's really just lip gloss. I don't know why she calls it Sheen, but I don't know, like it's shiny. She calls it Sheen. I don't know.
I
She's like, gotta put my Sheen on. And then suddenly she becomes this
I
dressed
think-
up woman.
I feel like that my mom always says, "Oh, you need a little something on your lips." Like, is that like
Yeah,
a?
my mom always
She
wears
always
lipstick
says
when
that.
she's like, even go to the grocery store. I would probably honestly say my wedding ring. Like that's the only thing that I'm like, I take mine off when I'm doing stuff, but like I never leave the house without my wedding ring. I try not to.
I go to the gym.
I shower with mine. I sleep with mine. The only time I take it off is if I'm working out or if I am cleaning with cleaning products.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, question for the group, but I think it's gonna be very centered to one particular person, and that is, where do you buy the best maternity clothes?
Well, you guys already know what I'm gonna say. Newly. I don't buy my maternity
What-
clothes because why would I buy
No, but
them
what about
when I
your
can rent
leggings?
them?
You had some.
Oh,
leggings.
okay.
Yeah.
I do have maternity
Tell us.
leggings, and they're from Amazon, and it is Posh Diva. Another ad. Posh Diva. They're great. They hold everything in. They go all the way up to your bra line.
What are the brands of jeans like that you got from Newly? Because I feel like that's always a question people want to find. out about jeans.
Do you guys know the brand Page?
Mhm.
It's a jean.
No, I saw you wearing them today.
I saw you wearing.
But
them today.
those are regular jeans. They just have a maternity line. And Newly picked it up.
Well, I should make a plug. I think Target's maternity clothes are actually pretty nice. Very cute, very
Catherine's worked
comfortable. I used to work there. I used to manage the clothing department. And they came out with that new line. I'm blanking on Isabel. Yes, when I was working there. And it's all about making like the pregnant woman feel like she can actually wear clothes beyond
It's
just
clothes.
be like sweatpants.
Yeah.
Like give her like an outfit. So
Yeah.
Isabel line, Target.
That's so good to know. Whose personal style do you admire? It doesn't necessarily need to be that you would wear their style, but you just admire their style. It can be someone you know or a celebrity.
Oh, not just us.
Olivia Colman.
Shelly?
Olivia Copo. She's a celebrity.
And why do you like her style?
It's city chic.
Great.
Was
I supposed
And
to
what-
elaborate?
No, I'm just laughing at you whisper.
I felt like I had to hold it really close.
Like, what?
I don't even know, but I always like a classic style, like a J. Crew.
Banana Republic.
No, but like a J. Crew classic preppy style.
Mm-hmm. Do you have someone that you follow that you like?
No one that really comes to mind. I mean,
I think that what's hard for me is I battle like I live in the Midwest now, but I used to live in Chicago and I love like LA vibes. So I am all over the map when it comes to clothing. But someone I really admire is my friend Sarah David. Shout out to her. Let her know she's mentioned. Sarah David lives out in Arizona, and the reason why I admire her style is she knows her style so well. And it kind of tips into like Gen Z a little bit. Some of the like cargo pants, cropped, colorful, a lot of Urban Outfitter inspired things. But she shops all over. Like, it's not like she just goes to one store and buys it out. Like, she finds pieces that look really good on her. And again, I think it's just the confidence she has with it. Like, she wears things that most people would be like,
She owns it.
lime green t-shirt, like a baby tee with some white cargo pants. But then like you see it in her and you're like, wow, she looks cool. I'm like, wow, I want to wear that.
That's great. I love
Yeah.
that. And then I think people like that inspire might inspire you to try something new.
Yeah, I wore a
You can
white
change
denim
your
skirt today. I would have never worn that.
I loved it.
Thanks.
It looks so good. And I think when women get a little when women get very confident with their personal style and kind of have a little more fun with it, I think it inspires people around you. Yep. Okay. Last question. What is your favorite fashion trend right now?
That we wear or just like anything?
In general, just something you're loving that like people like are wearing right now, like in like a trend.
I actually really do like the cargo pants. I know I just brought it up, but like the baggy pants, I think it's very 90s. It reminds me of the Spice Girls, and it's something that we grew up on, and I loved and idolized them as a child. Yeah. And I think it's almost masculine, which is why I like it. You know what I mean? We're like,
So true.
we're kind of bringing in some masculine vibes to the feminine vibes, and I don't know. I think it's cool.
I like not to go back to Shelly's jeans, but the different like styles and jeans. Like if you go into Abercrombie and you get the
So many
90s
different
fit,
styles.
the mom
Really?
fit
You can
jeans.
wear any
And
style.
any style is still in style. A fit, a flare. Like
That's such a good point.
I like that there's lots of different styles of jeans, and I like to see how people wear different styles of jeans. Like and how the different like how you styled them today, Shelly. Like you were wearing tennis shoes with the pea coat and like it looked really cute. And then you could take those same jeans and put a different sweater on. You wore booties, or you could wear, I don't know, like loafers.
I think honestly, like, and this maybe is more LA, but I think it's anywhere, is like the norm to like literally go out in like what I'm wearing right now. Like
Sweatpants.
yeah, I think it's cool. Like before it's like,
Athleisure.
yeah, but not even that, because I feel like back in college it was like still tight. It was still
Loose,
leggings, and it kind of goes back to your point. Like it's being like you can wear baggier stuff and it still looks cool. If you
Yeah.
can style it right, or who cares if you don't? Like
Okay, I know something, and it's not like a specific style, but I love how brown is becoming the new black.
Yes.
And brown is so flattering on a lot of people.
I love brown.
And brown mixed with gold jewelry. I love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a new thing too.
Vintage designer purses are in, like short ones.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
some Coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have saved ours.
I sold all mine at a garage sale.
Sarah said tweed earlier, but tweed's coming back. I
Yeah.
love that. I love tweed. That was fun.
I have one. I see a lot of you guys are probably gonna hate this, but like it's kind of like that prairie chic style, like of feminine dresses. I see a lot of, for some reason, interior designers like love this style. I see like the poofy sleeves and all that. I'm loving that right now.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd say a fashion icon, but she's like the most classic one I think on TikTok right now. Sophia Richie.
Oh yeah.
It's that very like she's almost bringing back the what's the term?
Like clean
Like-
and like classic,
Yes,
old,
but very feminine.
timeless,
Yeah,
feminine,
which I like. I think that's where
clean
tweed
cut.
comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like almost like British. It reminds me of like British.
yeah, like kind of like.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's because she lives over there now. I don't know.
Does she?
Yeah.
Oh no, I like it though, because it's like it's again, it's the contrast of I just said baggy sweatpants, but then super feminine.
All right. Well, this was fun, ladies. I'm sure we could keep talking forever and ever. So if you've made it this far, thank you. And we really had fun recording this, I think. So yeah, thank you to all my best friends for recording this with me. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. So I'm gonna just go through again and have the ladies state their names.
I'm Rachel Hauser. Thank you for listening.
Hi, I'm Katie Latham. Thanks for listening.
I'm Shelly Farini. Be nice to yourself.
Oh, that's nice. I'm Katherine Vicari. Cheers.
Thanks, guys. We had to hold back a lot of giggles while making this episode. So we're gonna go ahead and enjoy the rest of our ladies' night. But thank you for listening. Bye.
Do you have a theme song?
Yeah, it's about to go on.
Fantastic. Bye.
Thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode has allowed you to approach the world with greater confidence in your own personal style. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out through email or the inquiry form on the website. I hope you are all ready to go and get dressed up. I look forward to sharing more dressing up tips with you in future episodes. Thanks so much.